Hey, this is Elektron, and I love you all, and you're all fucking awesome. I had to get that off my chest. I've been waiting for today for the longest time. What we're going to do is go through the EDM competition project file. Now, for those of you who are just joining us and don't know the context of the EDM competition, I launched a competition about a month ago where I gave everybody chords and I said, make an amazing song or loop or anything with these chords. And here we are a couple weeks after the ending date of the competition. And so what I'm going to do with that winning project file is I'm going to go through that project file and discover all of the deepest, darkest secrets that make up that dope song. Now don't worry, I'm going to play the project file through and we're going to listen to it first. And then I'm going to go through and discover all of the crazy tricks that made up this crazy project file. This is a pretty awesome song. So let's get to it and let's get to the video. Alright, so if you guys want to listen to the full song, I will leave a link in the description. It is by an artist named Silk, and yes, this is the winning project of the EDM competition for June. Alright, so if you see here, we have loads and loads of audio files and no MIDI files, and that is because, unfortunately, we were having issues transferring those MIDI files over to my computer. But that's perfectly fine because I want to see what layers make up this track. If we had the MIDI files, we'd be able to go through the patches of the synths and whatnot, but that would probably take 3 days anyway, so that's okay that we don't have that. Let's go through these layers and see what amazing layers make up these crazy parts of this song. So let's start here. Let's go here because I know this part of the track opens up into a nice little jam. crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and solo out these drums and see what happens. Yo, I love these trap accent snares. Let's listen to these real quick. Oh, I love that. And they're strategically placed. Looks like in kind of a unison with the full center snare. Yes! And looks like these are going to go to the right ear while we end up back into the main snare, and then you have a top end main snare. I want to see the layering in that snare real quick. Oh, that is cool. So that's going to be, it sounds like that one's in mono. So when you may have bounced that out, you may have had a direction mixer in mono. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. So we have a nice high frequency snare here on top of the low end snare. So when you couple those together, you get a nice full spectrum of snare. I want to come into here, add an EQ, and see the frequencies that make up the snare. Nice. So you're right in the hot spot. So your snare beams around 200 and it will fall out all the way up to 20,000. Perfect. That is a beautiful snare. And it looks like you have a lot here, which is interesting. I like my snares to beam around this area here and then kind of fall off to a lower shelf and straighten out around here. Yours, it looks like, comes down here, but that's okay because it looks like sounds like your mixing totally works with that snare, which is awesome, dude. You are so talented, man. Let's go into this kick here. Cool, cool, cool. Then you throw the snare here. Awesome, man. That is so awesome. You are crazy. All right, let's go. Let's add in these trap accent snares. I might get too excited in this video. I don't know. This is like, I don't know about you, but I've heard songs in my life and totally just wondered what those project files looked like. Like my favorite songs in the world, if I had access to those project files, I think I'd die of happiness because that's when you get to see the craziest secrets in your entire life. Like what makes up these projects, and I'm getting to do this right now with you guys, and I'm in just like, I'm on cloud 9 right now, so you have to bear with my excitedness. Crazy awesome, man. I don't know what this is. It looks like a file that may not have transferred through, so let's disregard that. Yeah, let's disregard that there. That's all right. Let's go to this ride. I call that a casual ride. Like, okay, I'm just really good at making music and I'm going to throw a ride in there because I'm amazing at making music. Then we have a nice nice little cymbal here. Crazy awesome, man. You got a little bit of H delay here and silver verb. Whatever this one is, this plugin here is, it's not transferred over, but I'm sure it's doing wonders. So then, if I was making this track, I would have definitely started out with the drums here and then worked my way down to the bass. So let's listen to this bass and see what kind of magic happens here. Yes, listen to this part right here. Ready? This part right here. Crazy awesome, man. Killer note choices, killer step up and then step down. Oh my god. So what it sounds like is you started off with a 4-bar loop for your melody, and then you ended the 8 bars with a little bit different sequence of events here. So you kind of have the basic melody flow here, and then it looks like you differentiated it in the second half of the 8-bar structure. Killer, man. I can't even comprehend what's going on here right now. Like, let's go down to these synths and play them all. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. All right, let's get these unsoloed, and then we can get back on track with seeing the beautiful layers that make up this track. So let's go into here. What am I hearing? So right here, I don't know what the original looked like, but that's okay because this is so much cooler not really knowing what's going on in between these. Listen to this. That's like an insane atmosphere I'm hearing there, because your note doesn't just end with that little stab. It actually goes all the way up to here. That little bit of nothingness is insane. So cool, man. Alright, and then you come down here to lead dead mouse because you're a boss and you know what you're doing. That is so sick. I love this. Oh man. Alright, let's go here. This looks like it's gonna blow me away. Awesome, just casually hitting an upper note around this point instead of going straight through. Pretty cool. It looks like here we got some side chaining or a different note structure. That's cool. Okay, let's look at your compression. Oh, he left a compressor here for us. Oh, this is a side chaining compressor. That's okay. Let's look at bus 1 and see what you got going on here. You got a nice casual, what's called a roll-off. This isn't a cutoff here. This is a roll-off. Looks like your roll-off is up to 600 hertz. It's going to turn the sub-frequencies of this sound all the way down. Interesting way of doing that, my man. Because, oh, okay. So your little roll-off there is for this reverb. Killer, man. You're incredible. All right, let's keep going. So we have some atmospheric sounds here, I'm guessing. Wow. So you rolled off that delay and you didn't want it to stop. You kind of just came over this whole section of your track with those, I'm guessing this is the gravity. Interesting. A cool little cymatics riser there. When I use risers, what I like to do is add a channel EQ, and I like to brick wall those low end frequencies because risers tend to give a lot of artifacts in that area. But hey, your mixing is your mixing, bro, and I can't even compete with this. It's so nice. So let's go here, see what this sounds like. Oh, nice. We got a nice little sweep there, and we got some more sweeps down here. So awesome, man. Alright, so it looks like we've pretty much gone through this section of the track. Now we finally know the secrets that make up that section, which is crazy awesome. Let's go to the drop. Oh man, this is insane. I'm in heaven right now. You guys don't even know. It's just so casually beautiful. That's what I feel like this song is, like, casually beautiful. Like I just picture you sitting down and just having an awesome time making this track, like without any conflict or anything. That's the art that I see in this track, is just casual chillness. I don't know if that even makes sense to you. But I wanted to point out something here actually with your kick. Now if we zoom into this kick, actually let's zoom out a little bit because I want this to make sense. Your kick has a little bit of a mixing issue with it, and this is something that I see sometimes. So if we go into here, the most important part of your kick is right here, like this little ball of kind of messiness here. This is the most important part of your kick. It's called the transient. And your kick starts here, and you actually hear it taking a second to get to this most important part. And a little tip would be to kind of chop that part out. Now, interestingly enough, Battery 4, if you've ever heard of Battery 4 by Native Instruments, those kicks do this a lot. Those kicks always have that little delay before they get to the transient of the kick. And I could never figure out why or what to do within Battery 4 to get rid of that little delay before the transient. So what I do now is I bounce the kick to look something like this, and then I chop away. So if we get a scissor tool, or we can even just shorten the region. If we get a scissor tool and shorten this kick up to the most important part of it, which is the transient, by chopping it away there, we can get a nice punchy kick like that. Whereas if we had this, we kind of get that little bit of a delay there. Now if we zoom out a little bit, you could still kind of see right there. See that little kind of roundness in the attack of the kick? That's something you want to get rid of so your kick has a punch instead of having that little bit of a muddy transient, which it has. So I'll show you what you could do. Again, kind of zoom in on the kick, grab your scissor tools, and notice here this little upward slant. Go toward the top of the slant to get to the punchiest part of the transient, which could be that. This might take a little bit of trial and error. Come up to here, grab the fade tool, and what we want to do is we want to zoom all the way in to this kick, and we want to make a really small fade that's barely noticeable, because we don't want this kick to start too abruptly, or else it'll give us a little bit of another sort of artifact that we don't want, which is like a pop. Come on, let's go ahead. There we go. Then we want to shorten up this fade as short as it could go. Make it look something like that so it's barely noticeable. And then you place that kick back where it's supposed to go, and you have a nice punchy kick instead of a kick that has a little bit of a delay on the attack. So that's what I would do there. That's the only thing in this project that I would fix. So let's go back here and put this where it was. I'm going to keep the kick how it was. I am not going to change every kick. Alright, so let's go get through this drop. So clearly we have our kick, and then I want to go right and unload that snare. Oh yeah, just to make a comparison, if you could see the flat edge of that snare, it's pretty nice. You see how flat it is there, and then the kick had that little bit of a delay that kind of started somewhere out there and worked its way up, just to do a little comparison. Let's unload this trap accent snare. Oh man, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even Ready my ears for this. And you got this one pan to the right and then this one pan to the left. Ready? That is awesome. I am taking so much inspiration from this. You have no idea. Interesting, putting the hats in the left ear. I actually never do that. That is so crazy. Maybe I'm gonna have to try that. Damn, your layering is insane, bro. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I can't even comprehend this. And then we got a crash and another crash. Wow, that crash is wide, man. You have one in the right ear and then one just casually slipping down the left side. And bam. Yes, bro. That is so cool, man. Let's go here. Wow, this is insane. This is the craziest thing. I'm like, this is beginning to be too much for me. All right, ready? I'm going to zero out these, and then we're going to go back down and unload those synths. See what kind of synth layering you got on top of that crazy bass wobble, man. All right, let's go down to this bass wobble. Oh my gosh, and look at that. Look at those waves. That is just perfection, man. That is so cool. And then let's see this reverb. All right, so that didn't look like it. Yeah, that comes in down there, my bad. So let's go to the LFO saws. Oh my gosh, yo. Let's go saws left. Wait a second, this is gonna blow me away. I just know it. Wow, yo, that is so that's like secretive. That's like one of those sounds that are there but you don't notice they're there. Like I would have never been able to tell anybody that this layer was there. And then you have a nice compliment to the right ear. Awesome. Awesome, man. Let's go saw sync lead. Wait, I have to hear every single artifact to this beautiful lead. This is like a beautiful vocal. Wow! And then we come here. I heard that little bit of vibrato automation there. You can't slip my ears, bro. Let's go here and see what this is. Insane. So cool. Come here and see what else you got here. It's like the answer to this question. So we got a nice little communication going on here. We have a downward spiral here. And then we have the follow-up with a nice little answer or response to that downward spiral. Oh man, that is so cool. And what made you go with the square as the downward spiral, and then you went with the saw as the upward spiral? Wow. You have like an insane mind, man. You're like you must be a really cool dude to hang out with at a bar or something. those little plucks, those little square plucks, I think I found them. So let's see what we have here first. I like those little breaks there. That's very, very interesting. Very strategic. Those plucks are so big. Oh my gosh, so big, man. Cool as hell. Awesome. Alright, so I think we have one last section of this track to go through, because the rest of the track is kind of like a repeat of what goes on here, with a little bit of differentiation going on just to make the second drop sound a little bit different. But what I wanted to go through was that bridge from this part of the track to this part of the track. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's this little section right here. Oh man, let's get to it. We have quite a few layers, it sounds like here. Build-ups are always, that bridge from the break to the build-up, I like to call them bridges sometimes, especially this one sounds like a bridge, because it's not so much of a build-up. Even though it kind of is, it's still, to me, it's like a bridge. They're the hardest part for me to pull off. And this song just so casually goes through it, like without any conflict or anything. It just is so easy to listen to. The song flows from this part to the drop so insanely nice. Okay, so you're going to introduce this drop with the chords that we discovered in the drop. Which is interesting, because I discovered these chords in the drop right here, right? When I played them, you had, these were kind of like the complements to the bass. So you're going to introduce that drop right here. Awesome. So insane. No, that wasn't it. Where's that little bass? Downward bass thing. I'm guessing that would be an effect. Pretty cool. And you made that with Serum. Well, I'm guessing you made that with Serum. Not 100%. Looks like you did, because we have Serum here. Nice. Let's go back up here to the saw sync lead and see how this one introduces us to the drop. Wow, you stopped this. So, wow. So what I'm seeing is you have your entire bridge here, and then you stopped your saw here, and then brought in the gravity vocal chops. I've never done that. Usually if I start my lead in the beginning of a build, it will ride until the end of the build right here and then drop into the drop. I would never be able to pull that off. You have because the lead holds so much power in my mind. So I would think, to kind of build up anticipation and power, let's keep the lead in all the way until the drop, and then drop into the drop. You cut your lead halfway through the build, man. You got some balls, bro. I would never do that. You are so good at this. And then let's listen to this. What I want to do is compare that lead momentum with that gravity momentum. Wow, man, you have a crazy mind. That is so awesome. What do we got going on down here? How the hell are you gonna put a downer right almost before the drop where you're supposed to be building? Crazy how you pulled this stuff off, bro. I would never be able to do this. Where did you find this patch? That is so ingenious. Or genius. I don't know why I said ingenious. That is so genius. Listen to this. Sounds like an alien UFO. That is crazy, bro. I want that patch so bad. Then you have this nice somatics impact. Crazy how you pull off those low frequencies. I didn't even realize you had all those effects at low frequencies. Your mixing is insane. Let's go up to these drums here because these drums kind of make this section. Snare clap, and then you opened up that automation up to here, it looks like. Wow. Crazy stuff. And then we have a nice little drum fill here. Sorry, I made a marker there. Wow. That is so awesome. You go hit the snare tom kick. I don't even know what I just heard there. That was awesome. Are we done? That's all the layers. That's simple, huh? Oh wait, where's that where's those where are those rising? Where am I hearing those vocals rising? Right here? Yes. How did you do that? How did you do that? That is so awesome, man. I think that's enough fun for the day. If I have any more fun going through this project, I think we're going to pass out. So, like I've said earlier, the link's in the description. Go show this guy some love on his SoundCloud. Like his track, share it on your SoundClouds. I had a blast today. My name's Alex Rome. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for more awesome stuff.